these always have the best beers on tap, and they care about their beers. And from that, we created this thing like Good Beer Month. Let's celebrate our month as a way to focus on what we care about in beer, as opposed to a beer week, which is more about marketing. And since then, the whole community's grown together. So now we're tied with the New York City Brewers Guild, and they're doing the New York City Beer Week. And our Beer Month is much more of it's like an essence of beer. So I do my beer sessions radio show. We do the WNYC Craft Beer Jams, which is where I met your colleagues. We have Edible Magazine doing the Good Beer event tomorrow. We co-created that.
That's going to be busy tomorrow.
We do the Good Beer Seal. So all these things have added up to be a whole month. So it's still growing, but it's more from the small, like so many of these beer weeks are like state associations or large brewers, and we're the opposite. It's a few of us small beer bar owners powering the whole thing and partnering with media. Here next year, we're going to have be part of a nonprofit, which is also doing other things, other types of beer and craft education and promotions, which is what Good Brazil does. So as a nonprofit, it'll be able to grow, and we have ideas like expanding to places like Vermont or Toronto, or we've had inquiries over the years from Chicago and DC. It's a very loose affiliation. We don't have a budget. If I print seals, I pay for the seals. We have a radio show. If I do anything for that, I pay for that. So there's not like we have a grant or anything where we're like saying, let's support craft beer. But we also like the independents. So there's a number of beer bar owners that will show up and participate. That's in many communities. That's my experience. It started with different food communities and getting things like the slow food seal of approval, which made me realize that how important it is to dedicate yourself to getting good ingredients and making really good food. That was probably what did inspire the Good Beer Seal. We're like, hey, who's doing that in beer? Like, what are the places that are small? It's independently owned, and walking in and meeting an owner is important to me. And now there's some of the awardees who have 3 or 4 bars, but they're still the same way. There's different partners, and they're still small and owned. They have the best craft beer, and also now like whiskeys and other things too. Again, it's about small. It doesn't work in a corporate setting. The nature of beer or wine or food is that either if it's seasonal or constantly rotating, that doesn't really work in a corporate setting. It also means that you can work with smaller independent breweries. Same way you can buy from a farmer. It's the same thing. As opposed to anything that's a little more corporate or profit driven, they're gonna be dealing with finding their best deals. We're not looking for best deals. We're looking for the best beers. Ultimate publican, that was my new line tonight. But the pub owner is important. In the old days, the pub owner would have been a mayor. Or maybe he would have been the guy where they would have had a court or community meetings in their pub. And I still feel that way. So the good pub owners are hosting tastings or homebrew clubs. But we're not brewers. Brewers are different. They're making beer, producing beer, and they have different goals.
Right.
The Good Beer Seal bar owner is about they're part of their community. We'll never ask to contribute. We don't need the people to contribute. We're contributing every day by having a place where you can come in and get a good pint of beer or a special beer and maybe a nice plate of food, and a place where you can meet with friends in an environment that's not. It's kind of like the whole new Save NYC and independent merchants movement that's happening. It's like, hey, even if you have 4 stores, you're still an independent merchant. We're not a chain restaurant. I mean, I met some guys at some event like, oh, I'm part of this national chain of beer bars. We have 100 beer bars. I'm like, well, I think that's a good job for you, but I would never want to go there. The same way we have a chain of hamburger restaurants. That's not what I want to be part of at all. That's not why I'm in New York.